Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M40 M43, the Tier 8 American SPG, and we're located on the south spawn of Malinovka. And the name of the commander is Wumper. And he's raised his barrel as he starts the game, and he's moving off to his firing position. Now, as you may have heard, the M40 was actually designed and did take part in World War II. One of the M40 and one of the M43s was shipped to Europe, and they did fight, they did take part, but it was only really testing, test vehicles. The M43 has the 8-inch howitzer, the M40 has the 155mm gun based on the French design, and Wumper's gone straight into aiming at a Tiger II. He's dialing in his aim. He's got an 8-inch howitzer. He fires a round in there. Now he's got long reloads, I'm afraid. It's about 38 seconds. He's not using Coca-Cola. Normally, I think higher tier Arty drivers tend to use premium consumables because it does improve the performance dramatically, not just in reload but also in aiming. So I recommend you use premium consumables if you can get hold of it when they're at cheap prices. I always wait for the premium consumables to go on offer. Oh, that Centurion went down. Oh, he fired the round. I'm not sure if he fired it accidentally after them, because it wasn't fully dialed in on the Tiger II. Okay, we've got a TVP T50-51. That's a tier 10 Czech medium, and it's actually quite a nasty tank because it's got that magazine for 5 shots, and each of those shots are good penetration shots. I mean, they're very good at penetrating any tank, really. You don't really want to get into the reticule of one of them when they're fully loaded, because it's good night Vienna. Okay, it's loaded. Tiger II in sight. He's dialing in. If you can get it side on, he'll get a lot of damage. Working out where it's going to go. Round out. Good shot. It went long. Oh, that is really a crying shame. RNG said no. He was actually dialed in perfectly, and the shot just overshot the target completely. Now, I do know that Wumper is trying to get SPG2 for the T28 HTC, and to do that he's got to stun enemy vehicles for 150 seconds and destroy 3 enemy vehicles. And he told me that he's actually having a lot of trouble getting this mission done, and he actually thought there was a bug somewhere that was actually preventing him from getting the job done. But he's aiming for that Centurion now. No, he's going to go for the 430U. It's a tier 10 medium. Fires the round in. Well, he splashes him for 190 hit points, and he's got the stun on him. Ideally, you want to get tanks that are bunched up together, so that will get you the more than 150 seconds worth of stun. Because if you stun more than one vehicle, you're clocking up 2 amounts of time. And we have got several tanks all together here at the same time, but they're not bunching up at the moment. The tier 10 targets will make more profit, and ideally you want to aim at the mediums because they've got less armour than the heavies, so you will get more damage to them. Okay, fires at the lurver, splashes him for 178. The shell landed just to one side, just to the right side. It was aimed perfectly, but again, RNG said no and put the shell to one side. Now he's halfway through his load cycle, and we've got a Ferdinand making a dash down by Lakeside. And I think that Wumper's going to have a go at that Ferdinand, so long as he stays in sight. Now somebody's requesting fire on the Ferdinand. He's trying to feather his reticule to get it lined up. He can splash kill it now. It's a one shot. One shot near him, and it's all over. Round out. Kill shot. 260 hit points. He's got his first score on the board. Now here's another one that he could kill with one shot. A TVP T50 with only a 508 hit points of damage, but it looks like he's headed for the dip. In the meantime, we've got this lurver on the lower level. The Object 430U and the FV4202 are being pushed back. There's too many heavy tanks for them to deal with up on the high level. But we've got an Object 268, a T34 and that Lurven. The Lurven's now one shot. He can definitely get the Lurven with one shot. The Object 268 he can't, but he can certainly splash both at the same time. Oh, what happened there? I think that was an error when he fired, because the shot went to one side, veered off to the right. That was a terrible shot. I think he may have accidentally moved his mouse just as he fired, and that's what caused the shell to go to one side. But it really was that I've never seen a shot go so wildly to one side. He's gone to overhead view to see if he can get a position, and he's got it there. Yep, he can splash kill that T50 going the other side. He's almost loaded. Round out. And he got him! He killed the T50, so that's one of the 3 vehicles he needs to get for the secondary conditions. He also needs to stun for at least 150 seconds in total. And there's a Scorpion G with no damage on it whatsoever. But we're still some time away from loading. I think the load mod is actually wrong at the moment. It says it's okay and loaded, but it's not. I think that's just an error. We're not loaded yet. He's indicated his target. He's going to go for the Centurion 7-1. It's almost full health, but he can reduce it. Oh, look, the tanks are bunching together. Go for the ones that are bunched. Fires around at the Object 268. He splashes 2 together at the same time, and that means he's picked up maximum on the stun. The 268 cured his stun with his first aid kit. The T34 didn't. I think he may have burned his repair kit, his first aid, but the tanks are still bunching up. And if they stay bunched up like this, he can definitely get them. He's got 38.8 seconds on the reload. He's down to 10 seconds to firing. The 268's going down the cliff, trying to escape. The T34 is still alone up top. I'd go for the T34. He's the one that's actually defending, but Wumper's going after the 268, and he hits the rock. The T34 is still defending, so he would make a better target, but there's the Centurion. And he's marked that as his next target. That Patton, who's a Unicum, is the one that the Centurion's trying to get at. Of course, he's trying to use his gun depression to get it. Almost loaded. There's the Centurion. Get him. Round out. Well, he got 150 hit points and he stunned the Centurion. So he's definitely clocking up enough seconds to get his mission completed. He just needs another kill to get the secondary conditions. Can he get the Centurion? He's not quite a one-shot, but he's close. Oh, he is a one-shot now. He is a one-shot now. You can splash kill him. He can definitely get him. Almost loaded. He ought to consider a shot. Oh, his Centurion goes down. So, what have we got left? Well, there's still 6 enemy tanks left. We know that TVP is in that dip. And while he's still in that dip, he is dangerous. Now, we have got the Object 268 somewhere on the lower level. The T34 backed off down the hill. We've got ownership of the hill, but we really can't do anything with it. Nah, Tiger 2. We can do something with him. The Unicum puts a shell into him. I know it's a Unicum because he's got a purple star against his under his decals, and he takes out the Tiger 2. Right, we've got some of more members of our team going up on top of the hill. One's going up, I think, to the other level, the first level. The TVP keeps popping up to see where everyone is. He's spotting for his team at the moment. There is no Arty in this game, so other than him, so he is the only Arty on his team. In fact, the only Arty in the game. So the TVP is purely spotting, really, for the Scorpion. The TVP daren't move out of position he's in, though. If he does, the Centurion will get him, or the Lerva will, or maybe the Udes. Okay, he's decided to abandon his position. He's headed north. And that is maybe a huge mistake. Because I think, yep, he's starting to get fire. And he's now a splash kill for anyone who can hit him. Round out. And a kill shot. That's his third kill. 244 hit points. Beautiful shot. As he was going up the rise, he slowed down. And that was the perfect opportunity to take him out of the game. So, we are now down to just 4 tanks on the enemy team. There is a T34, and there he is. And we've marked him as our target. He's a splash kill. He's 129 hit points. You only need to get the shell near him, and he'll be out the game. And the enemy... Oh, no, he's out the game already. The Foch dealt his goodbye card. Now, Scorpion G, Udes, and the last one was that 268 who disappeared off into the distance after being shot out at the hill. And several trees down in this area, which tend to make me think that there's something hiding behind them. That would be the perfect place for tank destroyers to ambush tanks as they're coming down the hill. Now, the Udes is going up, and he's found one of the enemy? No, he hasn't. I thought for a second he'd actually found someone, because, of course, the enemy Udes was seen in that position. So he's having a look around all the possible potential firing positions. And who's actually indicating that area? Well, the Foch is indicating that area, and so is the pattern. They both think that the enemy is located there, and I agree with them. And what I tend to do in these situations, when I'm top of the hill and I'm coming down, I'll use the same slip that the Object 268 did. So slip down the hill, go into a low level, so I can hide from people who are sitting in the trees waiting for me. Then I get down really, really low, get behind the church, and they can't see me. And then I can approach them from the side. Well, it looks like the pattern's got down to the lower level, and he's moving out with the Lerva and the Batchat 25 ton to try and find these tank destroyers. There's Udes. He's on his side, would you believe it? That's our Udes. He's managed to flip himself over, and that's rather unfortunate, isn't it? Well, he's no longer taking part in the battle. He's asking for help. The enemy Udes goes down, but so does our Batchat. The Batchat was taken out by the Object 268. The Foch got the Udes. The Foch is right up on top of the hill. Now, we've got to find 2 more. The Scorpion and the 268. Now, Wumper's got 3 more rounds of ammunition, so he can't fire wildly at any old bush that he thinks the enemy might be in. But he is indicating where he's aiming, and that will tell his team exactly what he's looking at. And I tend to do that at the start of battles as well. I will pre-aim at particular points, hit the T key to say that's where I'm looking. So if you find the enemy in that area, I'll be able to get a shot in straight away. And usually that helps, because then the enemy gets stunned just the first moment they're sighted, and then your team can finish them off. The Lerva's moving in. The M48 is holding back. Let's say we're looking for the 268 and the Scorpion. The Centurion is trying to right the Udes. There's the 268. And he's taken out the game immediately by the M48 pattern. The Unicum takes him down. So we're now looking into this corner. Wumper's loaded. As soon as they find that Scorpion, we'll go to town on him. And it looks like the Udes is back in the game. The Centurion managed to right him. There's the Scorpion. Round out. And it stuns him. 246 hit points. And he's stunned. This is it. It's going to be all over now. Yep, it is. And that's the kill shot. And let's have a look at the end of battle results after this one. And I can tell you, yes, Wumper did complete SPG2 for the T28 HTC, and he picked up a second-class tanker in this battle. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 16, and he got a Confederate because despite the fact that he actually got 3 kills in that battle, which is a lot really if you think about it, he hit so many enemy that he qualified for the Confederate, which is to hit at least 6 tanks that other teammates then subsequently kill. So that's a fantastic round. He did win 8 of 2748 during that battle. That's really good. So let's have a look at the team scores, see where he stands. Well, he came 4th on the hit points. The highest score was the M48 pattern, the Unicum. He managed 6,783, and his name is Sorry Bro. So it's almost like he's apologising after he takes the players out the game. The ST1 managed 2,704. The Batchat 25 ton, 2,461. And Wumper followed up with 2,114. When it came to kills, though, it was still the pattern at the top. He managed to get a top gun, and he also picked up the high caliber. He managed to get 6 kills. Wumper managed to get 3, and the Foch managed to get 2, and the rest got 1 apiece. So second place there. When it came to base XP, he was still second place. It was still the M48 pattern, the Unicum at top position with 1,190 XP, and Wumper managed to get 975. And again, we can see that the highest scoring player on the enemy team was the Centurion 7-1, followed by their Object 430U, the ones who were fighting on top of the hill. Lastly, the TVP T50-51, he managed to get 389. He did get a kill and a useful amount of damage, but he did make a fatal error to try and run north as quickly as possible to defend his cap, because after he'd been seen and he was in a position where he could be seen, it was just a very, very nice and easy shot for Wumper to take him out of the game. So let's have a look at detail report. Wumper fired 14 rounds during that game. He got 1 direct hit, 1 penetration, but 13 splash. Did damage of 2,114 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He hit 10 of the enemy, that's 2/3 of the enemy team. He killed 3 of them, which is 1/5 of the enemy team. He did stun assistance damage of 1,218 hit points off 11 stuns. On a premium account, he earned 36,977 credits, and after ammunition resupply, remember this is the 8-inch howitzer, so it is rather expensive on the ammo. He actually only took away 10,797 credits, but he did get the Confederate, so he picked up 1 bond. He got 1,462 XP, and he got a mission completion reward for 100% there for 1463 as well, and so he took away 2,925 experience points altogether. So pretty good round all together for Wumper, and he did complete the mission. He thought he was jinxed about it, or it was bugged, but he did do it. He managed to get it done. So congratulations, and I'm sure you'll get much better battles. Hopefully you won't get shots going as wildly astray as some of those did during that game. They were really, really astray. I mean, there was like almost in a different postcode. But hopefully it'll get much better, because I really do like the M40, M43. It's a great little Arty. So, if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.